or CIA or NASA. At least he is not really a Malian. I have a friend in Mali, and I knew that in Mali it will blow up. That was for sure. Already half a year before he was there, I told him to get out of it. He's still there. He's in Mali, in Bamako, is quiet. They just have the whole French army around who occupy the whole logistic. But Mali is in a very bad shape. But Mali have many resources like gas, gold, silver, and a lot of other mines. And not to forget that in Niger is the main mines for France for the nuclear electricity. In Central Africa, also the French army is intervening slowly but surely. They are already there. And that's the different tensions who are already there. So one of them will trigger the Third World War. That is, I think everybody who look a little bit to the news, he know that this will happen. Or at least the media will try to propaganda. If you look CNN, they are just full power on war propaganda of North Korea, blah blah. And this is creating the tension because myself, I don't speak Korean. I don't know what the guy is saying, and the translation of the media is like so bullshit that we don't even know what the guy is saying. You also can watch what is happening with North Korea and the maps that they publish to say that they want to attack America. That is just bullshit. That is Photoshop imitation, really bad done, because you see the mirror on the table and it's not the same that you see in the background of the picture. North Korea is also the first opium producer in the world. And I don't think that they sell the opium to the poor farmers who cannot even grow food for themselves. So somebody have to buy it. Second producer is Afghanistan, by the way, and was almost finished in 2001. And I think Papa Bush didn't like that so much, so they had to create war and intervene in Afghanistan to say also to liberate the people from the Taliban that they paid in the first place to make troubles to the Russians. Also, who transport and protect like all these poppy fields in Afghanistan is also the America. And the opium producing in Afghanistan just blow up since the American intervened in Afghanistan. Now a little questions to the ones who listen. Is Kim Jong-un vs. Obama. And I'll let you find out about who I talk. One have the most biggest number of prisoners in the world, a list to kill civilians, a nuclear bomb in permanent standby, and he killed more than 4,000 civils in the last 4 years. I'll let you know who is that. Like we also hear on the Darkcity radio on the show about North Korea is that cannabis is probably legal in North Korea, so could not be that bad. South Korea make an exercise every year with the Americans. This year, America sent 2 flights, atomic bombers, and they dropped fake bombs in for that military exercise they made with South Korea. I think only this really is only to show how much they provoke. US is provoking so much. They also say, oh, we will not try our intercontinental bomb next week because that could trigger tension in North Korea. Bullshit. America just can try any intercontinental weapon without anybody is saying something. And the other guys, they just push a nuke in the space and the whole planet is like scared. I also wish to say something about nuclear in general. Nuclear in general, let's give one example. Chernobyl, 20 years after Chernobyl, the floor is still polluted big time. You cannot grow a salad around there without any contamination. So, a question to everybody, just to think about. Hiroshima. They blow up the bomb in Hiroshima in 1945. 8,000 people die. After 140,000 die. And they rebuilt Hiroshima in 1949 and call it the city of peace. How can they rebuild a city in only 4 years when a nuclear nuke was launched? I don't know how that can work. I mean, who want to go live to Chernobyl and rebuild a new city? Does the nuclear bomb really exist? I let the question open and the people can think about. But I personally think that is just a fear thing. That is to create fear, big time. And just to imagine if the nuclear bomb don't exist, I have no doubt that they have bombs who can blow up like huge cities and anything. And I also know that humans, and when they are in power, they can be very stupid. But do you really think with the amount of nuclear bomb we have on the planet, they really have that bombs? That they can blow up 40 times our planet Earth? Well, Fukushima is the same. The water that was leaked out of Fukushima will never dissolve in the sea. Never. It will just take a bigger area, but it will be the exactly same amount even 10 years later. That's some questions about nuclear I really have. And I don't think that we have to fear. Like Bob Marley is saying, atomic bombs will not stop the time. And that is very important. Even if they have nuclear bombs, I mean, they are so stupid they could not continue to live on a planet that is completely polluted. So, first place, I think they don't have it. Second place, I think they will not use it. Third place, I think there are more and more protection also around from maybe other energies that will protect that something like that will ever happen. We're going to listen to some music. It's a song I made in 2000, and I let you listen to it.
Try to listen to your senses, yeah. Want to know what's going on. We want to know where the things are gone. Know what's behind all that. We want to know now where the things are gone. Illumination, slay station is the money. Illumination, slay station, sensation. Slay station is a rich man in fashion. Slay station, yeah. Welcome on planet corruption. Welcome on planet corruption. Welcome on planet corruption. Welcome on planet corruption. They try to blind us with enlightening illusion, meaning good solution. So just drop in our mind that madness. Listen to your senses, yeah. Want to know what's going on. We want to know where the things are gone. Know what's behind all that. We want to know now where the things are gone. Illumination, slay station is the money, money. Illumination, slay station, sensation. Slay station is a rich man fashion. Slay station. There is just one manual of life, the truth. There is just one manual of life. There is just one manual of life, the truth. There is just one manual of life. Illumination, slay station is the money. Illumination, slay station, sensation. Slay station is a rich man fashion. Slay station, illumination. Slay station, money, money, illumination. Slay station, sensation. Slay station is a rich man fashion. Slay station, there is just one manual of life, the truth. There is just one manual of life.
Illumination, Slave Station. This was a song I wrote, I think, 99, 2000, and we recorded 2001. This was the first song I really put out when I start to talk about the Illuminati in my songs. I was scared. I personally, internet was not that big, and the information was not that much out. I was even scared to sing a song like that. I thought maybe they're gonna crash me down or something. Funny. Anyway, we're gonna talk about the Illuminatis and the whole thing. Maybe in another show. That is a very interesting subject too. I will maybe talk a little bit later about that. Somebody asked a question about what is about Nagasaki. And definitely in Nagasaki, we have more dead than in Hiroshima. It's like almost 500,000 on the first attack, I think. I just watch on Wikipedia quickly and stuff. But again, it says the city was rebuilt after the war. How can you rebuild a city that is nuclear? I just wonder, because maybe somebody find out how they clean up the city right after the war, after it was nuked. But for me, it is a little bit impossible to think that the people, they would just rebuild the city and the people would live there, and we would not hear from mass dying because of kids growing, I don't know how, and with 2 heads and 4 legs. It's a question. People also can watch on YouTube. You search for is atomic bomb really existing or not? I just ask the people to question the thing, because it would change a lot if we don't have nuclear bombs, that we have nuclear energy for electricity. I think it's not really a doubt about it. But yes, need more digging. I agree with Kali. Let's talk about war against the drugs. Alcohol is the legal drug that kills the most people in the world. Also, the most young, between 50 and 24. You can check out that for yourself. That is the most killing drug. Second is all drugs, medicaments for health. That is killing more people than anything. Just to compare, really, even peanuts get more dead than marijuana. All right. We have yearly about 50 metric tons of ecstasy. We have 700 metric tons of cocaine, 8,000 metric tons of cannabis, and 8,000 metric tons of, I don't know, I write it down, but I didn't write it down what. You can also check that out, the statistics about drugs. And also the interesting part is when they really go up. That was always through the wars. I remember when I started to smoke marijuana or hashish, we had Afghani. And wonder, anytime we get the Afghani here in Switzerland, they was like more guns in Afghanistan. Drugs against guns. Even yesterday I saw something about Jamaica, why they have so much guns there, because they can export drugs. That is always the same thing. And who created the guns? Also the war against drugs. In a world that the things are almost 180 degrees reversed, we also have to think that when they say war on drugs, that they say we promote the drugs. Because to produce that amount of drugs in the year, that is not like homemade growing who make that. That is huge, big pharma who create this kind of amount of ecstasy. That could not be in my bedroom that I make like a ton, even 1.5, even 100 kilos of ecstasy without being discovered. So 50 metric tons of ecstasy does not come from a bedroom. Important point. War against terrorism. Bush announced war against terrorism once the Cold War and other wars was gone. They had to create a new reason to make the wars, because everybody knows the war make the most money for all governments in the world. Who are these ones? Well, organized is difficult to say. It's really difficult to say, but people have to know that governments only make money through wars and drugs. That is the whole money they made. All the taxes that you pay, and that is just rubbish, because the taxes that the people pay is just to pay the interest for the national bank, that the national bank can lend money from the private bank, because the private bank is the only bank who can create money. Anyway, that is the only way the real rich, they can make all money, because all mines and gold and the real value is already in the safe all around the world. But there is something else to do, and that is UN. UN, just to explain everybody, that UN have a sovereign status in Switzerland, Geneva, and Switzerland give to this kind of organizations all fundamental laws and to exist. Like I say, the ambassadors around the world are sovereign because UN have a sovereign status here in Switzerland. Now, I said in the beginning of the show, it's always the same, and this one is come from David Icke, is problem, reaction, solution. What we have to know that the UN intervene when a country is asking for help because they have a problem. Let's say Indonesia, that was maybe in the 70s, 80s, they created huge amount of fabrics for industry, for making electronic devices or just some elements, and they employed almost the half of the country in their American supported companies. Once they stop these companies because it get too expensive for whatever reason they had, the half of the country was unemployed. What happened? They had civil war. After civil war, the government asked the UN to intervene. Now we have to know that one soldier of UN per day is charged $20,000. So if they send, let's say, 20,000 soldiers, we have an amount of $4 million per day. Who's going to pay that money? Well, nobody can pay it because they don't stay one day. They don't stay 1 month. They stay for years. Who's going to pay it? Well, the country make contracts with FM, with the money fund, International Money Fund. Sorry, I don't find the name. They contract the whole country and the government to them. That means all the wealth, all the sovereignty, all the products that get produced, and all political decisions who are taken by them. So anytime a UN intervene in any country, the country get a huge amount of money to pay back. And that is exactly what is creating the monetary fund, the World Bank of Rothschild, the same who pay Hitler for the Second World War. And just to let you know that Germany just 2 weeks ago, they finished to pay back the the First World War to the World Bank. And they pay actually per minute $30 million per minute. That is what Germany is paying back for the Second World War to the International Bank of Rockefeller. Of course, UN always intervene to solve problems, to make peace. Then we come to a next very important part, that is the Second World War never finished. Actually, we have 70,000 American soldiers who are still in Germany, 12,000 in Italy, 47,000 in Japan, 30,000 in South Korea. Of course, was because of the Cold War. Since 1937, China and Chinese and Japanese are still in war officially. They never make a peace agreement. In 1990, a couple of 100 million US soldiers went to Saudi Arabia to protect or to invade Kuwait, how they say. And still many are there. 1995, 20,000 soldiers, American soldiers, went to the East countries because of the war in Yugoslavia. 12 years after, 2,000 are still there. 2009, Japan and Russia discussed to make a peace treaty. And this is the Second World War is still going on. If you also read the Convention of Geneva, you will understand that the Second World War never finished. Same thing you also can see about Agenda 21. That is implemented in 92 on UN decision for the next 100 years. They decide for the next 100 years what is going on. Another thing about Second World War is that Second World War was triggered to Reichstag. They blow up the government building of Germany. And you know what? IG Farben is a pharmaceutical pharma from Germany, pay 500,000 of Deutsche Mark. I don't really know how much that is today, but that is quite a lot. A week after they blow up the Reichstag. Very interesting. Reichstag is also the same who delivered the Nazi in the concentration camp for the gas. And also you can see IG Farben and Monsanto. You will see that this same company is behind Monsanto and all these farmers who pollute the whole world and all the humans with it. We're going to play a next song. This song is Listen to the People and was made through the Arab Revolution to say, all leaders, now it's your time to go. Listen to the people.
Listen to listen to the people sing. Boy, oh, leaders have to go now. Just listen to the people sing. Boy, oh, changes are too slow. Just listen to the people sing. Boy, oh, we gonna take another flow. Just listen to the people sing. Boy, oh, take down the controller. Too long the people are down pressed. Now they rise their voice loud and clear. Too long the people are preserved. Now they want back what they deserve. Do you really think you alone can own more than the whole town? No, no, no. Do you really think you own the town, the people and their own, because you're the king with the crown? No, 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 no. Listen to the people sing. Boy, oh, leaders have to go now. Have to go now. Listen to the people sing. Boy, oh, changes are too slow, too slow, too slow. Listen to the people sing. Boy, oh, we gonna take another flow. Just listen to the people sing. Boy, oh, take down the controller. This one is for all leaders in the world. Listen to you people. If not, they're gonna chase you. Boy, oh. Just listen to the people sing. Boy, oh, leaders have to go now. Boy, oh, if not, leaders have to go. Listen to the people saying, boy, oh, changes are too slow. Changes are too slow. Just listen to the people sing. Boy, oh, we gonna take another flow. Boy, oh, if not, they take another flow. Listen to the people saying, boy, oh, take down the controller.
Okay. Boyo. Boyo, boyo. Just let them know that we don't agree with that. War is made by governments or created by governments, and they send people to do it. All the same stupid thing. I just can say to all soldiers or people who participate in that kind of thing that they are used. They are definitely just used. The whole energy is just used to create money. They just make money out of that. They make money because they can build weapons, and they can make money because after, when they go into a country, they have the whole country who will work for them as slaves. And for the people, it's important to know that we don't have to fear, because that is all what they want. They just want to create fear all the time with all that bullshit they put out in mainstream media. Is just to create fear, and that the people are searching for, asking for a solution. And they will always give you the solution, and people always will take the solution the government present to them. As bad is it, if it's a solution and they you make them believe that it is a solution, they will take it, anything. And that is exactly the point where we have to break the chain and say, stop to this shit. And we are a generation who don't want to make war. And we have to make that clear to the government. And what I can suggest to the people, if they have a Facebook page or anything like that, if they see something in the media that they hype up something, always make your own research about what is really going on. First point. Second point, inform your people around what is really going on. Because as soon as we put light on something, the dark cannot exist. And we don't need a lot of light. We just need around 7% of light to really enlighten the subject or anything like that. That is very important to do, because with this, the mainstream media will just lose power anytime. And I personally make that. If I see something in the newspaper that they try to provoke in the people, because that is all what they need. To go to war, they need the consent of the people, that they say, yes, we have to go we have to go to war. And that starts with the people themselves. The solution will not come from governments. The solution will come from the people themselves, from everybody. And I think it's not that we just have to change ourselves. If we change ourselves, we can change a lot around us. But we have to love change. And we have to know in which way to change. That's why to double, triple question the things is always the best to do. I want to change the subject completely and talk a little bit about how I entered the music. Because war, that is government business. What we personally do is way more important. And I think it's also important to talk about how people are coming into certain things. I started to make music. We had a little cave where we had... where we could play music, like that was like underground bunkers they did after Chernobyl. You had to build an underground bunker in every house in Switzerland. So the one from my school that was transforming in music room was very good for me. I had access all the time. I could go and play. There was a drum I could use. And with my half brother, he was playing the piano. I was playing the drum. We was maybe 6-8 years old, and we just played. We just take a sound and play over it and had fun. That was my first thing. I want to play the drum. That was my my instrument. I really want to play, and I was fascinated by. And I asked my parents if I could take lessons, drum lessons. Well, like I said, I was already, I grew up in a very special school, so they talk about and think about, and today I just can thank them that they think about and that they decide that drum was not a good thing for me. So I had to hit congas, how we say, the drums with my hand, and had the direct contact through my hands with the music, and that is also very important to know, that when you play drum, you play through a stick, and the stick have some milliseconds of delay, and your brain have to calculate that delay in your brain when you play the drum. Drum is also very complex in a way that you need two legs and two hands to play it, and it have to be very sync, and that is something that I would not suggest after my experience to any kid. I think something is happening in the brain function, that it is very complex. The things are delayed. You have to calculate them delayed. And I also experienced with the drummer I was playing in my first band, that I played 6 years, that musically you don't come as far as when you hit the drum. I learned African drum that called djembe. It's have high tones in the edge and a big tone in the middle, djembe. And I played that, and I played conga in a steel band. A steel band, for the ones who don't know, is an instrument to come from Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean, and there is an oil panel who is hit down with a hammer through a certain level, and you can make the different instruments from bass to soprano instruments out of it. Steel drum. I went to a band in the capital of Switzerland called Bern, and our band the Swiss name was Nageligas Steel Band, means Nail Street Steel Band. It's not very original because it was the street where we was rehearsing. But so from when I was 10, I entered the band. And we was all kids. It was a kid band. We was like around 10, and we have some adults who was around to show us what we have to play, or how we have to play, not what, because that was very liberal. We could choose the songs we want to play, arrange them how we want, and they just helped us out to make that. With steel drum, you don't need an amplifier, so you just can load the van and go anywhere to play. So we played around in Switzerland, just went out until the police came and say we don't have the right to play, or sometimes we asked permission and played played as long as we want, and packed the stuff and go. So we travel around in the weekends, and we travel also in the vacation. That was like our vacation camp. We went through Hungary, Germany, Italy, France, and even England. We was playing on the Easter parade of England on one of the tracks to go to that park in London. I was around 15 when I was that was an exchange with a steel band from England, and we went there with our band, and we invite like another kid band from there to come down to Switzerland and have another tour here through Switzerland. This way I knew a lot about my country, different places. And when I was 16, I stopped the band. I was still hanging around with the guys, but I went with the one who created the steel drum. That was the guy in Switzerland who created the hung. I will put it in the chat room. Is like that. You can check it out. This instrument completely different. It's like the opposite of a steel drum. You play it with the hand, and the guy who created that instrument here in Switzerland was the guy who was like my second father. With him, I went to Trinidad. We went to the name of the steel band was Casablanca Steel Band, and there was 100 people. We was rehearsing for 1 month, and we went through also to that contest, because you have to understand, in Trinidad, the steel drum is like the yard thing of a whole area, or like a part of the city, and they have different steel bands through the city, and they create annually contests. And like if you win the contest, I mean, the politicians give you a lot of importance to the city. They rebuild the streets and stuff. So for them was really important. For us was a musical experience. That was in 91. And I experienced the whole rehearsing through 1 month. We went through different guys who create and to exchange like our knowledge. Because the guy who made the hung, he was here in Switzerland for 14 years. He only saw a picture of a steel drum and he started to create the instrument. So the guy for 14 years, he was working in Switzerland to create that steel drum. And then we went to Trinidad, and the guy was the first time he really saw how the guys was creating this instrument. Like longer than him, but the way he had more tools and different materials here in Switzerland, he was quite advanced with the guys in Trinidad. So we connect also with the guys in Trinidad. Another band, smaller, not the 100 of that Casablanca steel band. They came also to Switzerland, and we make some concerts here in Switzerland. When I was in Trinidad, going through that contest, I saw that there was like, I don't know, maybe I don't know, maybe it was 40 bands with 100 members each. And you had a guy who had to arrange the song, you had a guy who had to manage the song and all this. And this was very interesting to see. I also made the carnival. When I made the carnival, we started at 12 at midnight, and we have finished 10 o'clock in the morning. So we had to push the cars. You can watch Carnival in Trinidad. You have to push the instruments, and you have to play. So a half is like pushing, and the other half is playing. And when some guys are gone, you have to push and play. And I just can say that the Carnival experience in Trinidad was the time when I really understood the rhythm. The rhythm, like a way I was playing, they call it the car is like an iron thing that for the car that break the car. We all still have them, and you take this plate out, you put it on something, and you play it with nails, like the most basic instruments, and you just play para 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 until they give the answer and so on. So like for 10 hours a row, I just play this little instrument, and but you had to dance, you had to push the car. That was hot, and was a very good experience. Carnival in Trinidad. I would not suggest today for somebody just to go experience it themselves, because it can be very dangerous around. I think one time I want to go get something to drink. I made 10 meters and I went back to the thing, and I say, no, I stay with my guys. There you are safe, but if you just hang around, it's not that good. I will just play a last song for the show tonight. It's called That Place, and it's a little dream place, goal place, because the most important is what we are focusing on it, because where the energy goes, where the attention goes, the energy flows. Thanks a lot, and see you in 1 week and Wednesday for OPPT.